Welcome to ATG Sports Plus, your ultimate destination for the most exciting virtual sports news and highlights. I'm Zach Haiku. Today's action-packed lineup includes thrilling moments from the FVA and Newbies Heart Grand Prix 1, as well as the latest updates on the FVA GP1 series. That's not all. We'll also be discussing the intense competition in the Spirit Racing League IndyPro series and the formidable SLCF Coronation Race. You don't want to miss any of these incredible stories, so stay tuned to ATG Sports Plus as we dive into all the action. What an exciting race we had today. The tricky Newbies track, with its 69 laps and 9 corners, saw Nicole Dallas take her first victory on the 2023 season after a nail-biting finish. It was intense. Pole sitter Valky Rain suffered a misfortune as her tire blew, causing her to finish in 6th place. Kenny Tomorrow secured 2nd place, while Emmy Blueberry managed to grab the 3rd spot on the podium. Let's look at the race results. On the first qualifier, Nicole Dallas took the win with a time of 24.843 seconds, closely followed by Calichiori at 25.022 seconds and Emmy Blueberry with 25.023 seconds. Kenny Tomorrow came in 4th with 25.088 seconds, Valky Rain in 5th with 25.110 seconds, and Pasa Lopez in 6th place, clocking in at 25.178 seconds. The rest of the pack included Taylor Aralo in 7th place, Cardonova in 8th, Becky Acker in 9th, Kuroda Takaki in 10th, and the Avatar Me in 11th. In the second qualifying round, Valky Rain claimed the top spot with a time of 24.957 seconds, followed by Emmy Blueberry and Kenny Tomorrow. Calichiori and Nicole Dallas rounded out the top 5 in the second qualifier. So the official starting grid saw Valky Rain in 1st, Emmy Blueberry in 2nd, Kenny Tomorrow in 3rd, and Calichiori in 4th. Nicole Dallas started in 5th, followed by Pasa Lopez, Taylor Aralo, Cardonova, and Becky Acker. We've got the race results and current standings from Monday night's SRL IndyPro Series, Summer Nights. And what can you say about this race? Well, it was an exciting race on May 1st. Donovan Michalski took the win at Summer Nights, with Morticia Villoda finishing 2nd and Kenny Tomorrow coming in 3rd. How about the rest of the pack? Taylor Aralo finished 4th, just 14.963 seconds behind, followed by Valky Rain in 5th place. The rest of the top 10 included Aaron Robbins 14, Becky Acker, Umbrian Viper, Road Dogg Lagan, and Piper Barrow. What about positions 11 through 15? Well, Christina Cortao finished 11th, followed by Kuroda 0 in 12th and Kutuk in 13th, but unfortunately didn't finish the race. Piper Peppermint, who also didn't finish, came in 14th with the best lap time of 25.269 seconds, and Rizzo LX finished 15th. I understand that Candy started from the pole position, but Donovan actually had the fastest lap of the race. Donovan was really flying out there. We're certainly looking forward to seeing more of that action next week when the series moves to Sands Raceway. Moving on to the SLR Premier Series at Grundy County, we have some exciting results to share. Congratulations to number 41, Jesus Crisp, who made a triumphant return to victory lane. In 2nd place, we had number 7, Donovan Michalski, followed by number 14, Aaron Robbins in 3rd. The rest of the top 13 featured Morticia Villoda, number 9, number 18, Taylor Aralo, number 10, Becky Acker, number 51, Marcus West, number 43, R.D. Lagan, number 98, Falco, number 3, Made in Canada, number 48, Romeo Highwater, number 0, Christina Cortao, and number 71, Porisica. Notably, number 9 started from the pole position, while number 14 recorded the fastest lap of the race, and a special shout out to number 98, who was named Rookie of the Race. Congratulations to all the participants on their outstanding performances. Wrestling fans, brace yourselves for an unbelievable wrestling game featuring some of the biggest global names and jam-packed schedule. The excitement begins on Sunday at 10 a.m. Second Lifetime with OEW Ascension. This week, the Maui Marvel Koa battles Gideon Ozil. Jenny is back in action against Yuna. Velvet Bull will go one-on-one with Scorpio Venom. And as always, much more. See everything unfold this Sunday at 10 a.m. Second Lifetime when OEW presents Ascension. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Sunday continues with Rise at Casa de las Sirenes at 1 p.m. Second Lifetime. Then followed by PWGP's Dream at the Saitama Arena at 4 p.m. Second Life Time, and UFW's Frontline at Furzona at 7 p.m. Second Life Time. On Monday, catch Premier and Wrestling's Attitude at the Vitality Arena at 1 p.m. Second Life Time, followed by UFW Unbroken at Furzona at 5 p.m. Second Life Time, and FWF's Blood Bowl at Whiskey Haven at 7 p.m. Second Life Time. Tuesday's triple header features BCW's Battlezone at the Old Mill at 3 p.m. Second Life Time, Premier Unplugged in New Haven at 4 p.m. Second Life Time, and HPW Infinity at Evergarden Civic Center at 6 p.m. Second Life Time. On Wednesday, watch Rise at the Goha Arena at 1 p.m. Second Life Time, and Valiant Wrestling Flashpoint at the Surge Stadium at 6 p.m. Second Life Time. Thursday offers even more excitement with Premier Wrestling's Overload at the Vitality Arena at 1 p.m. Second Life Time, BCW Chaos at the Pemberley Theatre at 4 p.m. Second Life Time, and DAW Amplify at Tune Music Lounge at 6 p.m. Second Life Time. Friday's lineup includes DCWF Slam City at 2 p.m. Second Life Time, VWE Defiance at the Capital City Arena at 6 p.m. Second Life Time, UFW Nightfall at Furzona at 8 p.m. Second Life Time, and Elite Angel Wrestling at Secret Island at 8 p.m. Second Life Time. Finally, Saturday wraps up this monumental week with PWGP Risen at the Saitama Arena at 12 p.m. Second Life Time, Premier Unplugged at the Unicorn Garden at 1 p.m. Second Life Time, and WPWF Asylum at the Underground Arena at 6 p.m. Second Life Time. Prepare for an electrifying experience as top virtual wrestlers go head-to-head in Second Life. We have some exciting highlights to share from last week's professional wrestling action in Second Life. It was an action-packed week indeed, with unforgettable moments and incredible matches across various promotions like OEW Ascension, Honor Pro Wrestling's Infinity, and VWE Friday Night Defiance. Some of the top virtual wrestlers showcased their skills and entertained the audience with thrilling performances throughout the week. And who can forget the surprises and unexpected twists in some of the matches? There was never a dull moment in the world of virtual wrestling. We can't wait to share all the details of last week's action with our viewers, so stay tuned for more of these amazing wrestling events. In recent OEW news, there were more surprises and cancellations. The highly anticipated match between Josh Bofo and Bannock Og for the OEW World title didn't happen, leaving fans wondering what's going on. On top of that, DAJ had a family emergency, so LBA seized the opportunity to issue an open challenge, ultimately defeating OEW Hardcore Champion Skillex. We also witnessed Mama T, the OEW Women's World Champion, proving her prowess with a win over Lilith. Additionally, a Honeypots played another prank. Vex extended his winning streak by defeating Alex Camino, and Nina Prater took a positive turn by winning against newcomer Jenny Mulkey. The most shocking moment, though, was when Nina called out the Lion Jedrick Leodias for moral support and backup as she aims to climb the ladder of success in OEW. It will be interesting to see how this unfolds in the coming weeks. Let's recap the exciting action from Honor Pro Wrestling's Tuesday Night Infinity. It was a fantastic week with intense matches showcasing what the event is all about. In the opening contest, Razorback faced Alex J. Nightmare. However, the match ended in a no-contest disqualification as Sylvia Nux sought revenge against Alex. In the following match, Bella Delina put up a strong fight against Echo Kyoki, but Echo ultimately emerged victorious. A dispute between Nikiha and Cami Paynes led to a match where Cami Paynes claimed victory. The main event featured the legendary Maxine taking on Solstice in a hard-fought battle, with Maxine ultimately securing the win. After the match, live footage from backstage revealed Chiyoko assaulting Women's World Champion Tracy Stallings in the locker room. Maxine quickly came to the rescue. Be sure to tune in next week for more hard-hitting wrestling action at Honor Pro Wrestling's Tuesday Night Infinity. Let's recap the action for VWE Friday Night Defiance. There were plenty of surprises as the match between Michael Carson and Victor Kessel was postponed until next week, and Lady Death arranged a steel cage match between Rome Whitesung and Venus. In the opening contest, local vegan protester Becky fought hard against Viola Beaumont, who was constantly hindered by a fellow member of the Diamond Club, Benja Nirvana. His repeated interference ultimately cost Viola the match. K-Pow put up a valiant effort to dethrone the VWE National Heavyweight Champion, but Dominic Carson secured a win. However, that didn't stop him from assaulting K-Pow after the match. The third contest showcased classic women's wrestling action as Joanne Steele faced the Bad Apple, but the current women's world champion, Tracy Stallings, proved to be too much for her to handle, winning this non-title fight. In a shocking turn of events during the final match, Morgan Jones betrayed his own tag team partner, Brackman Wilder, by assaulting him with a skateboard while the referee was distracted. This gave Divine Hope's Cody Howley and James Gray the opening they needed to reclaim the tag team championships. Now, don't miss the upcoming action as we make our way to Battle Lines. Be sure to tune in next Friday night for Defiance at 6 p.m. Second Life time. And now the recap of Women's Professional Wrestling Federation 10th anniversary event. Let's dive into the results. In match 1, Soledad won the Battle Royale, besting heated rival Carmelita Marcel, the Voodoo Queen, along with other participants. Soledad's perfectly timed cartwheel plancha secured her victory and a title shot of her choice. Match 2 saw Brooke Owens defeat the star Christina Krovac after making an opening challenge last week. The two experienced wrestlers displayed their knowledge of each other's moves and even took the fight outside the ring. In the end, Brooke's specific finish secured her victory. In match 3, Lucardi Black defeated the Celtic Dragon Mithil Wojcek in a rare men's showcase match with partner promotion DCWF. The two competitors fiercely showcased their strengths and weaknesses, with Lucardi ultimately emerging victorious after a hard diving cutter. Match 4 had Ree Kurihara defeat Marinetta the Trickster in another open challenge, which their opposite wrestling styles, Ree's viciousness clashed with Mary's unpredictability. Ree's tag partner Chiyoko interfered, allowing Ree to utilize a weapon on Mari, followed by a death mist moonsaults to claim the win. In match 5, the Bad Apple Tracy Stallings successfully defended her VWE's Women's World Championship against Chiyoko. Both wrestlers displayed uncanny speed and knowledge of each other's moves. Tracy managed to reverse a big powerbomb attempt by Chiyoko, ultimately retaining her title. After the match, Brooke Owens attempted to cash in her Queen of the Arena briefcase on Tracy, only to be stopped by Chiyoko, who tasered her and threw her out of the ring. The main event featured Shimmer, Vonola, and Natalie Sonnen, retaining their WPWF Tag Team titles against Mirai Zaibatsu, Rena Kadoya, and Maya Haria. The match saw control shift between both teams, with each wrestler enduring the other's assaults. Shimmer eventually hit their How Do You Like That finisher on Maya, securing the win and retaining their titles. And that wraps it up for the Women's Professional Wrestling Federation's 10th anniversary event. What an incredible night of wrestling action. It's been a wild week indeed, and I can't wait to see what next week brings in the world of professional wrestling. In the Second Life Cycling Federation, we've got some exciting results from the Carnation race. The race took place on a specially built London team track by the Rebel Riders to celebrate the UK Carnation of King Charles III. Racers even had the chance to speed past Nelson's Column in Trafalgar Square. The first race was a 10-lap event, but there were a few false starters who had to do an extra lap, so they held a second 5-lap race for fun afterwards. The 10-lap race, Sunbeam Resident took home the gold, followed by Atomic Infinity in second place and MD Beelzebub Resident in third. The rest of the top 10 included Sahara Winds Resident, Sean Carlucci 7 Resident, Geraldine Ashdeen, South City Genesis, Vil Billy 44 Resident, Cleo Rabani, and Contulo Animal Little. As for the 5-lap race, Sunbeam 2 Resident claimed the top spot once again, MD Beelzebub Resident came in second, and Atomic Infinity finished third. The remaining racers in the top 9 were Sahara Winds Resident, Lilith X1 Resident, Geraldine Ashdeen, Cleo Rabani, South City Genesis, and Vilbilly 44 Resident. It was certainly an exciting day for the Second Life Cycling Federation. Congratulations to all the racers. Well, that wraps up this edition of ATG Sports Plus. We hope you've enjoyed all the highlights and updates from the exciting world of virtual sports. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on ATG Sports Plus. Until then, keep the ball rolling on the virtual field.